Sorry about the delay, guys. We're back with more Dragon Quest XI. We're heading out to the Royal Library now. We were kind of already up in the area, so I'll just ride the horse up to get back up there quickly. Take out these robots. Skip past them. Yeah, and this is the Royal Library. So this place is pretty cool. There's some very neat enemies here. This is our next dungeon, anyway. We'll be looking through the bookshelves, too, for any red books, because we may find some good recipes and whatnot if we do that. There's a book called The Great Guardian of the Hexwood. Sesame takes us from the shelf, has a closer look. Ancient legend tells of a mighty and mysterious beast that lives deep within the heart of the Hexwood, a frozen force on the Snarefelt steppe. Many generations ago, the people of Sniffelheim worshipped this creature as their guardian spirit. It would offer up their thanks for the bounteous blessings they believed it bestowed upon them. Interesting. Sounds an awful lot like the creature we just killed. A group of hat ham witches.
I'm ready for anything.
So these guys actually drop a hat. You just got swallowed by Leviathan. I wonder if the Ocarina of Time dungeon designers took inspiration from FF2. Possible. Doubtful, because, not a lot of people like FF2, but it's possible they played it and they're like, this could be a good idea for something later. Looky here, we got a slime. Hi, bud. Ooh-wee! You're the first Goomon to have visited this place in a long slime. Welcome to the Royal Library, home of the greatest collection of books in all of Erdrea. Since you've come all this way, I'll tell you something really useful. This building's like a puzzle box. When you press the glowing switches, the walls and staircases spin around and you can goo to different places. But first you have to press this big green button next to me. That will activate the switches so you can actually use them. Once you press this button, keep your eyes peeled for other glowing green switches. There's one on this level that will open up way upstairs. We did it. The other switches blink the light. It looks like Satsui can use them now. Thank you, slime! Oh. The living statue! This is our enemy first from Dragon Quest 3. This guy drops Flintstones and diamonds. Not too bad.
Victory!
Vector, what are your thoughts on Final Fantasy 2? As the most famous streamer of Exode in our chat, your opinion on this is important. There's an ancient book. Sasori can only make up the words, Ye Wizard's Canticle, Book 1, on the faded threadbare cover. But it's magically sealed and he can't read it. I think we should make note of that, but just like those Void Thrust books. Okay, we're back at the beginning again. Okay, so we did see a switch. Does not look like any of these bookshelves have stuff on them though, so let's go over here and look in this room over here first. There's this here. With a treasure chest. No other bookshelves, sorry. 4,000 gold coins, yay! That's gonna be so useful to us. It's actually not gonna be all that not useful because we can just spend it in the casino later. And as we can get some really good stuff in the casino, it's actually worth it. That spun around. Did we close that way? We closed that one. And this... Okay. The light in my living room randomly just got a lot brighter for some reason. What are your thoughts on Final Fantasy II? Oh, hey there. Tuck, tuck, tuck! You've clocked me, haven't you? Please don't eat me. I don't taste very good. Just act like you never saw me. Just a second. You're the luminary, aren't you? Oh, praise the one who controls the clocks. But what am I waiting for? The password I found is... The talk will tell Sasori the password is found. No thoughts, head empty. He can now visit Alltrade's Abbey via the Altar of Reverie. Talkity Tick, you can use the password I gave you to visit another world from the Echo Chamber in Tickington. There are more Talkals out there whiling away the hours searching for passwords, you know. Be sure to take a moment to talk to them if you've come across any. And with that, I'm clocking off and shuttling back to Tickington. It was lovely meeting you, and good luck with the rest of your adventure. Tick-tock. This is another new enemy. I don't think we fought any of the shadows.
I'm ready for anything.
These ones drop purple eyes. They're not too tough, though. Alright, so we don't see any more books that we can read there. But you definitely want to read all the books here because there's some interesting information you can find, of course. But there's also a few recipes that you can find in this area. There's an old book entitled The Sealing of the Serpent. Sasori takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Long, long ago, in the frozen land of the north, there lived a great black serpent that terrorized the people of Sniffelheim. One day, a brave young man came forth and bested the dragon in battle. Having done so, he sealed it away in the ice of the frozen lake of the Snarefelt, such that it could never break free. But that great hero has long since passed away. Should the beast ever escape its icy prison, Sniffelheim will surely fall under its cruel gaze once more. You've only played 7, Tactics 8, X, Tactics Advanced, and Tactics A2. Oh, and you guess X too. That's quite the resume you have there. No books in the center there. We do, however, have a book right here. It's an ancient book, so I can only make out the words. Ye Wizard's Canticle, Book 2. It's sealed, I can't read it. That's unfortunate. Get out of here, ham hat witches. Alright, Rectors. These guys first appeared in Dragon Quest II. Alright. Correct. There's a book entitled The Worst Curse. Seth takes it from the shelf and has a close look. My story starts innocently enough. I was walking through the forest one day when I came across a ledger demand. It hadn't seen me, so overcome with curiosity, I decided to sneak up and take a peek inside its robes. It noticed immediately and flew into a rage. How dare you embarrass me like that, it bellowed. You'll soon see how you like it. And with that, it stormed off. Ever since that day, my life has been one embarrassment after another. There's not a doubt in my mind that this is the work of that legerdemain, and the terrible curse it placed upon me. When I started my prayers at chapel, I suddenly needed the lavatory, and if I try to talk to a lady, I become so distracted that I forget what to say. And in combat, I am struck dumb with thoughts of previous failures. Mark my words, dear reader. This is the most embarrassing curse in Erdrea. I call it shypox. Alas, even my powers of imagination have been rendered cringe-inducingly weakened by it. And now, even as I write this, I realize my breeches have been unfastened this whole time. Truly, this curse is a force to be reckoned with. Alright, so there's a switch right there, but I want to check this other door before we go through it. No, it's... There's another book over there. Saint's Ashes, those are gonna be good. FF Tactics is your favorite game of all time. There you go. There's a tatty old book entitled A Storm from the North. Immediately identifiable by their force and blood-curdling war cry, the vicious Vikings are known to many as the terror of the northern seas. They are known for their love of pillage and plunder, and the stories tell of their sailing up and down Erdrea's northern coastline, bringing chaos and ruin to everything, town and village in their wake. But such bloodthirsty raiders comprise only a small part of the Viking population. The majority of this hardy people are honest men and women, traders of considerable competence. Should you ever encounter a member of this intriguing tribe, be sure to greet them with a warm smile and a full goblet. Do so, and you will have a stalwart ally for life. I know, that's how I greeted Arena, and now we're best friends. Good luck getting a PS1 copy of FF Tactics. The collectors do not like to rid themselves of it. Oh shit, look at that. Now we can go upstairs. Excellent. This is crime prevention to environmental design to the max, by the way. Also, this would not be a fun place to traverse, just, you know, when you're trying to leisurely do things. Look at this guy. He's teaching them. Time to put an end to that. The Professoress. I don't remember these guys being in any other Dragon Quest. I think they may have been in 9. I'm pretty sure they're in 10, but... The Professoress drops lightning staffs and seeds of sorcery. And he just got crit. You wouldn't rid yourself of your copy either. It holds sentimental value. I might have a copy of FF Tactics. I should go check. I don't think I do, but... Favorite fashions of the Masters of Magic. Takes what's inside. Witch's hats, witch's robes, wizard's robes. Let's see if we can make any of those. Your local retro game stores have some pretty interesting things at times. You've seen the FF Tactics a couple times, but never had the money to get it. Yeah. Yeah, that's not what we have. And I need a green eye for that, but I don't really need it because what he has is better anyway. Alright, well, let's make a witch's hat for her then. Of course it uses a wing of bat. They usually want $200 to $300 here for Final Fantasy Tactics for PS1. And it's still +2. Yeah, I'll take a magical might. Okay, with charm. Charm's fine. It's a stat. It's just... Pretty sure there's nothing of note up here. Normally I would fight everything, but like I said, we don't really need the XP right now, so there's not really a point to do so. Ancient books, that's gonna make the Wizard's Canticle for free. Alright, so we need to go find all 3 of those eventually. For something, I don't recall what, but there is value in it. There's an old book called Applied Ring Theory, Aging Yggdrasil. Cut down a tree and upon the exposed stump you will see a pattern of rings, the number of which will be equal to the number of years the tree has lived. But what of Yggdrasil? Were we to fell the greatest and most ancient of trees, would we see such rings? And how many might there be? Just how many years has the World Tree been up there watching over us all? I suspect that the existence of our arborescent guardian predates that of even Erdrea itself. That is, its history stretches back further than mere human minds are capable of comprehending. Then you'll begin asking yourself, how does a tree watch over us? It's a tree. Hey, an anthology of elemental earrings. Next little sign you learn how to make asbestos earring, antifreeze earring, rubber earrings, aerofoil earrings, concrete earrings, mirror earrings. We're not gonna make any of those right now, but those are going to be useful later. Anything that reduces damage is always good. You're lucky. Your game store seems to, your local game store seems to price things fairly. The stuff here, nah. They see stuff online for a high price and they try to price it for the maximum amount they can, which is usually way more than it should be. Hey, Mercury bandana. All right, hang on. I don't want to get rid of that just because you're not. I wonder if I Fun-size forge this, if we can make it better than what we're wearing. Those are the best two to actually have that happen on. Alright, so now is the +3 better? I really don't want to give Eric gear that reduces his deafness that much, but if I can help it. Still didn't increase his deafness, although it is better defensively and agility wise. But for me, still worse overall. Damn. Jade might find a use for it though. You can't use it. Okay. Brad, can you use it? Yeah, but it's worse for him as well. Well, that sucks. Eric's the only one that'll get a decent use out of it, and even then it's This area is blocked off, yo. I'm getting a lot of graphical lag right now. Don't like it. Don't like it at all. There's a book called Curios of the Lost Kingdom. Many hundreds of years ago, before the kingdom that stood on the site of now what were reduced to ruins, the wizards created some of the most advanced magical devices the world has ever seen. The nation's chancellor, in his loyal devotion to king and country, invested greatly in the development of distribution of vast numbers of these artifacts, many of which have survived to this day. Among them, perhaps the most commonly encountered nowadays are the magic doors that protect vaults and strong rooms the world over, and which can be opened with the fabled magic key. Imagine the bankers and quartermasters' dismay when Now What fell, and the chancellor disappeared forever, along with the key they so desperately needed. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. Mimic! Yep, I just guessed. Oh, sick. Ooh. Damn, mimics are fucking brutal in Dragon Quest II.
Not bad at all.
I don't know what these guys drop. Price starting list does Cerberus at $27.85 complete, and you bought it for $35. You definitely like your game, so not charging you an arm and a leg, which is crazy because the only real competition they have is GameStop. And oh, sick! Got to see the seal. Excellent. I think that's everything, because I think pretty sure that's where I came up over there. So let's go hit this switch over here. Need a little oomph. Okay, so now we should be able to get out here. I don't know if we've read any of these books, but... It's an ancient book. The binding is almost completely worn through. Sasson can only make out the words Ye Justinian, Secrets of Ye Firmament. Alright, that's going to be needed later as well. Okay. Now we're back on this level. A group of shadows appears. A group of shadows disappeared. Vector, is the group of 7 your favorite group of artists? A recipe book called favorite fashion. Okay, we were already here.
Aha! This should be very useful indeed. It is the great mage's account of how he imprisoned the witch in the grimoire. Let's see now. The magic of the sorceress was passing strong. Even with all my energies, I could neither conquer nor constrain her. And so I did conspire with a great enchanted beast, that by its incorporation of a piece of the witch's magic, I might by my small strength subdue her. Thereupon was the witch imprisoned in a book, and laid to rest in the Royal Library of Sniffelheim. As for the beast, it haunteth the nearby Hexwood to this day. I see. So, even the greatest mage of the Age of Heroes needed the help of a magical creature to seal the witch away.
A great enchanted beast? Well, you certainly met one of those in a Hexwood. That thing that was supposed to be the witch's pet.
Oh? Tell me, what did this creature look like? A rounded white body with a golden mane. 2 pointed tusks jutting from an enormous jaw.
Jaw.
How can you have been so foolish? The monster you defeated was the very same one that kept a part of the witch's power sealed away.
Oh yeah, so I'm so sorry that bit of common knowledge was lost to me.
It's not his fault. Queen Frizabelle told us it was on the witch's side. She said it guarded her against intruders.
Is this true? But why would Her Majesty say such a thing?
Hold on. I'm sure I've seen that symbol somewhere before. Wasn't it on the front of the book the Queen was reading when we first met her?
This? Why, this is the Sorcerer's Seal. It is a ward placed on all the forbidden books of the Great Library.
Which means that book the Queen was reading was forbidden. Wait, what if it was the book the witch was sealed away in? What if... Oh no! We need to go back to Sniffelheim and talk to the Queen. I've got a feeling there's some funny business afoot.
Some funny business. As an ancient grimoire titled Of Ye Forbidden Deed. Most forbidden, terrible power, time shattered, world, shall fall to ruin. Pages are torn, faded and torn beyond the point of legibility. Satsui cannot make out any more of the text. The shelves are stacked high with old dusty tomes. The titles are written in an ancient language that Satsui doesn't understand. That's rude. An ancient tattered tome titled Of Spirits of Ye Plain Beyond. The tome concerneth realm, all but invisible, however within dwelleth spirits or sprites, faint yet mayhap even time itself. The pages are faded and torn beyond the point of legibility. Satsui cannot make it any more of the text. It's a very, very old book entitled Of Ye First Age. Long, long ago, age of gathered together, lo ye forgotten, a people lost to time. Okay. Thanks for that, I guess. Path leading back to the entrance is opened. There's a book called The Stalwart Stone. There once was a world in which there was a kingdom, in which there was a town that had been brought to the brink of destruction by monster attacks more time than could be accounted. Life was so hard for the poor villagers, and the fear is just so great that they pled with the wisest men among them, a hunched gray old man, to do something. The old man thought he thought some more. He could not have saved the village by strength of his own arm. He did not know how to fight, and was far too old to learn. So he set his mind to seeking out another solution. Lost in thought, he paced hither and on through his village, until he tripped upon a small stone and fell flat on his backside. And that is when an idea struck him. This tiny stone was so sturdy and strong that it brought a man hundreds of times its size to his knees. Imagine what a piece of rock hundreds of times bigger might do. And so the old man got to his feet, and though dust and mud still covered his hands and face, he swore then that they're to make a mighty stone warrior powerful enough to protect the town. That's the story of Cantlin. Hey, an ethereal stone. We got 3 of them from this place. That's not bad. Not a bad haul indeed. Did we read this book yet? I think we did. Yeah, okay, that's elemental lyrics. I think we found everything that we can find here. I think. I thonk. Think thonk. Blunk. Fuck you, hat. I got that treasure chest, so I definitely got that book. Maybe didn't get this book, though. Sibyls, Sorceresses, and Sundry Seers, a compendium. Chapter 6. The witch who sought an eternal beauty long, long ago, in a cold and desolate land far to the north, there was born a girl more beautiful than any other in all Erdrea. But though she was fair, her heart was small and ugly, and she detested the very idea that another might be even prettier than she. Her boundless self-regard meant that she could love only those who fawned over her. The girl soon realized that age would rob her of the one thing she held dear, and, fearing this more than anything else in the world, she turned to the dark, forbidden magic of witchcraft. Through the use of warped and wicked spells, she turned her blood to freezing water, colder even than ice, and though the cost was high, she gained what she sought, eternal beauty. But her soft pink skin turned a chilling shade of blue, and her breath was cursed, so freezing solid in an instant anything it touched. They say that of the 99 men who followed her to the ends of Erdrea to sing songs of her beauty from morning till night, not a single one escaped being turned to ice by her kiss. But nobody knows for sure. But of those 99 men, not a single one returned from the frozen forest of the Hexwood. Hey, molten globules. Alright. We did it, team. We finished at the Royal Library for now. We'll be back there again later at some point. Oops. Let's zoom to Sniffelheim campsite. I'm gonna fart. Hey, Snorri's with us. Alright. The Hexwood. Alright, we're gonna take a break here. I gotta stretch some more, so yeah, we'll be back in about a minute 30 or so, give or take. Don't go anywhere, we got more Dragon Quest XI for you here in just a moment.